Mary, known as Miriam in Hebrew and Maryam in Arabic, is one of the most remarkable figures in history, honored by over half of the world's population across three major religions. Yet, few realize that she's not just a Christian figure. She holds deep significance in Islam and originates from Judaism. Born a Jewish girl in ancient Nazareth around 2,000 years ago, Mary lived under Roman rule. She followed Jewish traditions, spoke Aramaic, and lived among a people yearning for liberation. By all accounts, she was young, perhaps just a teenager, when her life took a divine turn. In Christianity, she is the Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus, who is believed to be the Son of God. According to the Bible, the angel Gabriel appeared to her, announcing she would conceive a child through the Holy Spirit. She accepted her role with grace, despite knowing the personal and social consequences. Her obedience and courage are celebrated by billions of Christians. In Catholic and Orthodox traditions, she is venerated as the Theotokos, the God-bearer, present at Jesus' birth, crucifixion, and resurrection. Yet in Islam, Maryam is perhaps even more honored. She is the only woman mentioned by name in the Quran and appears more frequently there than in the New Testament. A full chapter, Surah Maryam, is named after her. Muslims also believe in the virgin birth, seeing it as a divine miracle. Maryam is considered the most virtuous woman to ever live. She is described as pure, chosen, and protected by God. The Quran tells how she withdrew to a remote place to give birth alone under a palm tree. She endures pain, fear, and public shame. But instead of speaking in her defense, God makes the infant Jesus speak from the cradle to defend his mother's honor. This story is unique to Islam and portrays Maryam as strong, devout, and spiritually elevated. Unlike Christianity, Islam does not believe Jesus is the Son of God, but sees him as a mighty prophet. Still, Maryam's status is unparalleled. She is seen as a sign of God to the worlds and a role model for all believers, men and women alike. Judaism doesn't mention Mary explicitly in its sacred texts. However, it recognizes the cultural and historical setting in which she lived. As a Jewish woman within a devout community, Mary adhered to Jewish law, visited the temple, and raised a son whose teachings were rooted in Jewish tradition. While Jewish thought does not recognize Jesus as the Messiah, Mary remains a part of Jewish history, representing the resilience and faith of women who carried tradition through times of oppression. Mary's story transcends theological boundaries. In Christianity, she is the Mother of God. In Islam, the most honored woman. In Judaism, a daughter of Israel. These roles vary in religious interpretation, but converge on a central theme. And yet, her influence has shaped theology, art, culture, and spirituality across continents and centuries. She symbolizes purity in Christianity, strength in Islam, and identity in Judaism. Across these faiths, Mary becomes a shared figure, quiet yet powerful, humble yet honored, human yet touched by the divine. In a world often divided by religious difference, Mary serves as a bridge. Her story is told in different ways, but her presence in each is a sign of something deeper. Unity beneath difference, shared reverence across beliefs. Maybe interfaith dialogue doesn't have to start with scholars or doctrines. Maybe it can start with Mary, a woman whose life, though lived in silence and simplicity, still speaks to billions. Her courage, her faith, and her devotion continue to inspire. Three religions, one Mary.